Hi, first graders. Today I wanted to read a story to you, and I wanted you to think about what happened in the beginning, middle, and end. So, our target is I can retell stories. This story is called Green Wilma. Green Wilma by Ted Arnold. One morning, Wilma woke up green, and much to her surprise, she sat up on her bed and croaked and started eating flies. She washed, she dressed, she combed her hair, she quickly made her bed. She hopped down to the breakfast table. Pass the bugs, she said. Green children should not go to school, she heard her mother fuss. But out the window Wilma jumped and rode off on the bus. In class, Green Wilma tried but simply couldn't keep her seat. In gym, while playing dodgeball, Wilma never could be beat. In art, the kids thought being green was absolutely great. But teacher said the green must be from something that she ate. At story time, poor Wilma felt so hungry she could cry. And then she saw on teacher's nose a tasty little fly. She chased it all around the room and up and down the hall and through the lunchroom. That's the place that flies love best of all. The principal yelled, "Stop her! She should know we have a rule that children aren't allowed to munch on flies while they're in school." Then out the door, Green Wilma hopped into the hills beyond. And finally she caught that fly up over Miller's Pond. Wilma landed in the water with a noisy splash. She met a very hungry fish and woke up in a flash. Then she recalled the words they teach to every little frog. When you dream, be careful that you don't fall off the log. All right, friends, I think we're going to have to use our inferencing skills because there are some things that the author didn't tell us that occurred. So I want you to think about what happened in the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end of the story. Now, when I thought about the beginning of the story, I thought that it was about a little girl that woke up as a frog. And she then had a day full of fun. Now, when I got to the end of the story, I had to rethink about that because it says, when you dream, be careful that you don't fall off the log. So in the beginning, was it about a little girl waking up? No, it was actually about a frog who was dreaming about waking up as a frog in the people world, right? So here in the beginning, I'm going to write a frog dreamt, and I'm going to say was dreaming, was dreaming about waking up in a human bed. And what happened in the middle of the story? The frog was chasing flies to eat. Now, did that really occur or was that in the dream? It was in the dream, so I need to make sure that in the dream, the frog was chasing a fly. Was chasing a fly. And in the end of the story, what happened? Poor Wilma the frog fell into the water as she was dreaming and woke up. As she woke up, she saw a big fish ready to eat her, so she had to get out of the water. So in the end, and here I said a frog. I'm wondering if I should go back up and add a frog, and I wonder if should write named Wilma to give whoever reads my retell a little bit more detail. So now I can write Wilma fell into the water as she was dreaming. A big fish saw her. A big fish saw her, and she got out of the water. Now, this is a story I like to read because it's important to note that we can't always just start at the beginning of the book and just read the first couple pages and write what we think. Because if I would have started writing after I had just read the first couple pages, I think I would have been confused and not understand what really happened in the story. So that's one thing to think about. Always read the whole story and then go back and see if you can retell the story. Don't just read a little bit at a time and write what you notice. Also, you'll notice that I didn't copy any of the words from the story. I read the story, put it down, then I was able to retell the story. If I wasn't able to retell the story, I would want to go back and reread before I wrote my retell. All right, friends, I hope that helped you, and I hope that you enjoyed that story. It is one of my favorites. Have a great day.